This is the 6th video in my manager mini-series. A number of little videos with simple how-to guides, sharing tips, ideas, thoughts on some really important, critical elements of being a manager of people. So in this 6th video, I'm going to talk about facing into and resolving issues. So these are both your own as well as those being suffered by your team. At the end of the day, when you work in an organisation, whether that be small, medium, large, you're going to be dealing with a number of different people, whether that be people you work with or people you manage. And we're all completely different. So on top of the general day-to-day challenges that may occur in businesses, there'll also be conflicts that arise between people because we're different, we have different ideas, we have different perspectives, and the way in which we deal with things is also different. It's perfectly normal. Ultimately, things go wrong from time to time. It's a human condition. Stuff happens. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. It's the best way we learn. And to be quite honest, the most important things when things go wrong, whether that's between individuals or whether it's actual physical things going wrong, processes falling down, whatever it is, the most important thing is, what are you going to do about it? That's what actually counts. And that's what actually will demonstrate your capability, your communication skills, and your resilience. So worrying and stressing, deliberating on things, running it over in your mind, none of that will help. It won't help you, it won't help your team, it won't help your organisation. And as I said, whether this is about you or whether it's about others around you where the conflict is arising, you have a role to play in both scenarios to help. So really it's about being able to move forwards, move on in a productive way. And the way to do that is to take action and just change the situation. So firstly, acknowledge what has happened. It's not about pretending that it hasn't. It's so important both for yourself and for those around you to face into what's happened by just calling it out, saying what it is, and just acknowledging it. Make sure you see it fully. So break it down. What is the problem? What has happened? Why has it happened? Really explore it to fully understand it, because that way you know that the solution, the action you take to move forwards from it, will be the right one. If it's relevant, so for example, if this is about a conflict between people, whether it's between you and somebody else, or whether it's a conflict you're witnessing, really encourage feeling it. So feeling what's going on for us is so important. Don't dismiss the feeling, don't dismiss the emotion. So if you're angry, be angry. If you're upset, be upset. It's okay. Clearly think about how you're going to demonstrate that and whether you want that to be public because of the repercussions in terms of how it actually may serve you or not. But make sure you do really feel it if that's relevant to do so. When it comes to the solution, involve others to fix it. So ultimately, if this is about a problem that's happened, think about the people who can support to fix and who needs to be involved, because that will get it fixed quicker and more effectively, and also enable a group to learn from it to prevent it from happening again in the future. But if this is about a conflict between you and somebody else, clearly it takes two. So make sure that actually, if it's around resolving an issue between the two of you or more, that you involve those others into it too. It's a collective responsibility, and a problem can't be fixed on your own in respect of it's not for you to take full accountability of it. You're not going to feel great about that. And then be really clear about the actions to resolve it, to move forwards. Be clear what those actions are. Be clear about when those actions are going to take place. Speed is important here. Time is always of the essence, because the longer things last, the longer the problem persists, actually it can escalate so unnecessarily. So be really clear about the action and when you're going to take it. So as I said, this can be related to you on your own, it can be in relation to a group, it can be in relation to you witnessing and other people. I have a great video on my website that really supports resolving conflict between others. So if you're a manager of people and you've got a conflict in your team between people, then actually you can become a facilitator for positive change and resolution. And there is a separate video for that on my website. You can literally find it, again, really simple how to, just visit gritcoaching.co.uk.